All right. What's going on, peoples? It's your boy DB4, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to some more Tom Clancy's ENDWAR. We are here for some more ENDWAR greatness. Now, we started a solo campaign. If you don't know about Tom Clancy's ENDWAR, this is a very old tactical strategy game that came out back in 2008. It was a very good time. This was one of the first strategy games I ever played for the console. It's a very great game. It's pretty old though, but it aged pretty well. Now, we started a solo campaign. There's not much multiplayer going on as far as online, but you are able to do skirmishes against the AI. The AI is pretty tough in this game. There is no theater of war. That was another online mode. But the game with the solo campaign, there's tons of content there, and there's tons of things to do. So we're going to jump right into the solo campaign and continue. Now, we started the campaign with the Prelude to War. That's basically the tutorial to the game. And then after that, you choose your faction, and then you choose your battalion. We have the World War III rules here. As you can see, you can fight on the battle. It's a turn-based battle system when it comes to the global map. In each territory, there's battles being fought on each one. That serves as the front line.
Colonel Kim, nice to see you. The 3rd Tactical has been assigned to the North Atlantic theater of this conflict. Accordingly, you are authorized to log on to this strategic display at any time to view the progress of our war effort and to make deployment recommendations. Let's take a look at what we've got going this week.
All right.
We kicked butt on the home front.
Though the new Commonwealth has declared neutrality, it is agreeing to let European forces defend uplink sites built in the UK and Ireland before Europe federated in 2018.
All right. World War III has officially begun. This is turn 1 of the war room. We're in the situation room right now. Now, there's a couple of things to take note on this screen. Here we have just an overall view of the world map. It shows you all of the territories currently occupied by all the factions. Right here is our rank. We have our funds. So far we got 800 credits. This tells you the turn that we're currently in, and this is always the situation room. This tells you the battalion we currently have selected. We are the 3rd Tactical Battalion. No better friend, no worse enemies. That's our slogan. This is going to display the territory that you're currently on. You can use your mouse to hover over any territory. Fort Campbell, held by US for 1 turn. It tells you how long we had each territory too. So far it's only been 1 turn in the war, so we've had all of our territories for 1 turn. If you go down to the bottom, you obviously have quit, save game, set the difficulty, the barracks, which is very important, objectives. You can go into that. This shows you the overall winning goal, and it shows you how many territories each faction holds. So there's 2 ways to win the game. You can win the game by controlling 3 faction capitals, which are the capital cities of each faction. Moscow for Russia, and United States have Washington, and Europe has their capital. Or you can control 28 territories as the turn ends. Once you control 28 territories, you automatically win. Each faction starts off with 13 territories apiece, and you have different options for attacking and defending each turn. Now, it starts off pretty balanced, but it gets pretty hectic pretty soon. Like in one turn, these scores can take a dramatic swing, depending on what happened on these actual battlefields. Then we also have the select mission.
Here on American soil. Grissom Air Force bases.
It shows you the missions you have available.
We're gonna crash and grab multiple.
But for now, I want to go into the barracks, and I want to explain how the units work and how the battalions work. Let's enter the barracks. Now, as you can see, this is our battalion. These are all the units we currently have selected or we have available to us. Now, these units are played out as cards. You select them as cards on the field, but I'll show you what's going on with them. If you select the unit here, you can see some stats on it. These are gunship units, upgraded 0% of the upgrades. They are recruit level. They have no rank bonus, meaning each rank, they get a little bonus to their hit points and attack rating. They have no stats, 0 hostiles defeated, they fought 0 battles, and they have no abilities because they don't have any upgrades. So these are our basic recruit units. They don't have anything. Now, every time a unit participates in battle, if they survive, they get a little bit of XP, and they get more XP for taking out other units. They get a lot more XP, actually. Now, as you can see, we have riflemen on over here. We have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of riflemen, 4 sets of engineers. That's these units here. We have 1 fastback unit, 4 sets of tanks, and 5 artillery pieces and 4 choppers. Now with these, the way the unit upgrades work, I'm gonna show you that in a minute too. And they also have their own little personal names, as you can see. Each unit has its own name. That's shotgun. Let's try to get another artillery piece here. That's long arm. That's stoner. So every short fuse, every single unit has their own name, and it's their own personal little thing. Now we're going to start with the upgrades. Now you can upgrade any unit you want, but you're always going to have a limited amount of credits throughout the campaign. I haven't really been able to upgrade every single unit to the max throughout each campaign yet. They're usually going to be over before you can get all the upgrades out, or if you do need all of the upgrades, you're probably losing the war anyway, and you're probably not going to be able to finish it. So, yeah, you're probably going to take a loss anyway if you end up fighting for more than about 30 turns. So, with that being said, we're going to focus on just 2 unit types to prioritize, and we're going to try to bring everything up to at least level 1. I'm going to show you what that means. Let's go into the engineers real quick. Now, if we select the upgrades, there's 2 different types of upgrades. We have the battalion upgrades. These are general upgrades like airstrike, electronic warfare, and we get to pick our camos. But if we go to each individual unit, each unit has a bunch of upgrades you can purchase at different levels. We have the attack upgrade, defense, defense 2, mobility, and each unit has a different type of ability. Now, what I'm going to genuinely do is the units that I'm going to specialize in, which is going to be engineers and artillery, I'm going to prioritize their upgrades first. But in the very beginning, we're going to bring every unit up to at least attack 1 and defense 1 and mobility 1. The reason why I say that is if you check at the bottom of these stats, let's go back up. If you check attack 1, each unit has to be at least rank requirements. If you check at the rank requirements at the very bottom of the attack description, it says the unit has to be a recruit to use this upgrade. I have 6 units that qualify. The reason why I'm bringing everybody up to level 1 is everybody will always be able to use these upgrades at all times. Now, if you go down to the more powerful upgrades, you have to have at least a regular to use this upgrade. So I have 0 units qualified. Now, we're not going to have all of our units in our army upgraded every single time. So we're only going to focus on maximizing upgrades on the units we want to specialize in. But for now, we'll at least purchase the attack upgrade for everybody, starting with the choppers. See, this adds more attack range on our artillery, which we're definitely going to need. We don't want our artillery moving up too close to get an attack off. And each upgrade gets gradually stronger and more expensive as you go down on the tier tree, the tech tree. Damage versus air units, it gets extra damage. These guys get an attack range boost. It's not always the same for each unit. You will have to read it and see what it does. Like these guys just get accuracy, which is important. Now we have about 200 credits left. Now there's a few things we can do. We can go get the attack boost for our command vehicle to give the drones a damage boost. And I'm actually going to do that because I use our drones on the front line a lot. So we're definitely going to do that. Now, since we're prioritizing engineers, let's go back into their upgrades. Everybody has a level 1 attack upgrade, and we're going to focus on our priorities now. First things first, we can go for the defense upgrade, which gives them more health. That might help us out on the front line, but in all actuality, if we end up against some riflemen, the defense isn't going to help that much at this very moment. I'd rather go with mobility. Their mobility upgrade isn't about how fast they move across the battlefield. It actually gives them faster uplink capture speed and faster upgrade speed. Now that's very, very important for our engineers because they upgrade and capture uplinks way slower than riflemen. So we're going to get this ability. The next ability we're going to go for is to be able to deploy drones to guard captured uplinks. That's going to be a very powerful ability throughout the game. That's why we want to prioritize our engineers. They have some very powerful abilities that you can deploy over and over and over again with a minimum cooldown. So for now, we'll just get their upgrade capture speed to make them more valuable at capturing uplinks real quick so they can get back on defense or jump into a building. They won't be too much on the front line or vulnerable, exposed while they're trying to capture an uplink. Now the riflemen, they don't have such abilities. They actually get stealth and things like that so they can move across the map without being seen by the enemy. But I like to say this is a game after all, and even though it says stealth, the computer still knows where you're at because they know exactly where you're at for the most part. I wouldn't say it's useless. You can pull some sneaky stuff off on the computer, but this ability is way better against actual people in multiplayer because there's no way for them to spot your unit unless they have a way to counter it. But with all that being said, I just wanted to explain the battalions because we're going to be jumping in and out of this after every mission, and I don't want to have to break it down and let you guys know what's going on every single step of the way. So that's the basics of upgrading your units. Let's go back out now. We have to save when we exit every single time. Well, actually, real quick, let's get back into something else. I do want to customize the way our battalion looks. We just have the base equipment now. Let's pick some. We can do the Ghost Recon armor, which is very dope. That's the one we have. But I want to go with something a little bit better. We can put the Cajun on, and we can actually zoom in to see what our units look like too. We can probably get a little bit closer. Yeah, these units look. The camo looks great. We'll be able to get way closer to see the camo while we're in battle, but this is like almost like a blood red with like a great pattern on it. I like this. It makes us like a real dope looking battalion. Alright, let's get up out of here. Let's start this mission. Now the way this is going to work, we're going to try to do
has declared neutrality. It is agreeing
one
to let
turn per
European
video.
forces defend uplink sites built in the UK and Ireland before Europe federated in 2018.
We're going to try to do one turn per video, and sometimes the turns are going to go for 20-30 minutes. Sometimes they'll be a little faster, but I'm going to try to keep it to one turn per video, and hopefully we can finish this in as many turns as possible. Now, I also want to talk about the victory conditions I'm going to be going for. I'm actually going to try to get the 24 territories victory opposed to the capital victory. Now, you would think the capital victory is easier, but not really. You tend to leave yourself pretty exposed and give up a lot of territory gunning for the capitals, and it makes the gameplay a lot more back and forth, and it can drag the series out a lot more longer. I'm not too worried about how long it goes, but I do want to try to attempt to get 28 territories. And besides, the last time I played this game years ago, I think I won by capturing the factions capitals. So I do want to try to do the territory victory. We're going to do the capital victories with another faction later on, but for now we're going to try to do the territories, or we'll see how the game flow goes. Now we have to decide on our missions.
Here on the home front, Grissom Air Force Base is under attack.
Alright, now I know that was a lot of information to take in, but there's a little bit more. You always get multiple missions, usually per turn, so you have to make some crucial decisions, and I'll explain a little bit about that.
In Western Europe, we're going to seize key uplink clusters.
Wait. Okay, if we go to the mission description, we're the attackers in this situation. They want us to attack a base in Europe, but they have off-map support and we don't. As you can see, we don't have any of these icons, so they have force recon and we don't, so that's one thing to note. So we might be at a little bit of a disadvantage going to attack these people.
On native soil.
Now, on this base, we have the advantage because we have both of our off-map supports, airstrikes and force recon, but we didn't purchase that upgrade yet, so we can't use it. But still, we still have both off-map supports, and they don't have any. So we'll have the huge advantage on home territory. So I think I'm going to start with this mission. The main reason is, if we go back, we can make it so they don't have any landings in our territory, and we can fight the war over here in Europe for the most part, opposed to having to always defend our home territory, and it keeps us pretty safe. So I'm definitely going to defend on the first turn. One more thing about when we select the missions. If I was to select to do this mission or this mission,
in the US of A,
it's going to determine something else. I'm going to do it right now. Let's start this mission.
Colonel, your objective is to defend Grissom Air Force Base. Failure is not an option.
Hold on, wait. Let me see
The
something.
enemy captures the
details.
latest
Yes,
intel, Major Dennison.
Yes, General. Grissom Air Force Base. Home turf. One of the week's critical missions. The Russians are making a transatlantic assault here, launching from a mobile sea base. We'd be able to call in airstrikes. We'd be able to call in ground support through ForceCom. The enemy would be fighting without air cover. A lot of ambush opportunities.
Yeah, she just explained what I just explained, but this is some more information, details you can get about each mission. I'll definitely wanted to explain this because this is very important. As you can see, we're the defenders. Russia's attacking our Grissom Air Base. The conquest is secure over half the uplinks or eliminate all hostiles, but we get a territory bonus which gives us an extra 20 credits at the end of this mission. That's pretty cool because it helps us upgrade our units faster. This number does change. And the situation is our territory is under attack. A victory here will push the enemies back from this position. Now, sometimes the situation is just a territory defense, but other times the situation is different. I'll show you.
In Western Europe,
if we go to these
Aravida,
details,
Portugal. It'd be a
it's kinda
transatlantic
different.
assault launching from a mobile offshore base. We'd have no air cover or ground support. The enemy'd be able to call in regular army troops to bolster his defenses. The enemy would be fighting without air cover. We'd want fastback IFVs to transport our infantry.
Alright, now if you look at this, we're on the attack, they're on the defense. The same conquest mission, but as you can see, we get no territory bonus, so we don't get no extra credits. That's not too much of a big deal. The more important thing, why we would want to do this mission, is the situation changes. This is one of the frontline battles. If we win this battle because it's on the front line, we'll get more territories at the end of the turn. See, at the end of the turn, we fight our battle and other commanders are fighting on the other territories. If we win a frontline battle, it will give us more territories when the turn is over. So we'll end up collecting way more territories than as if we did something like a defense or something else. So it is worth it doing frontline battles, especially if you're going for a territory victory, because you get more territories at the end of each turn. Instead of getting one territory, you'll usually get like 2 or 3. That's very important when you're trying to go for a global domination victory. But anyway, we're going to do the defense just to make sure we keep our home clear.
on native soil.
Conquest of Grissom.
Colonel, your objective is to defend Grissom Air Force Base. It's a vital strategic asset, and the enemy will wreak havoc if we let it fall into their hands. Your opponent, Colonel Arkady Novikov, made a good name for himself as a member of Team Rainbow. Now he heads up the 13th Airborne. Be sure to stock up on anti-air. Remember, Colonel, speed is a weapon. Be aggressive, and keep the tempo high. Grab the enemy by the throat and never let go. Mitchell out.
All right. Now, this guy, we haven't faced him yet, but he is an airborne battalion. That's very important. That means we're going to want to have a lot of anti-air. He's going to deploy a lot of choppers. And he's only rank 2 and we're rank 3 already, so we got a lot more experience than this guy. And if we look at the layout of the map, there's a lot of uplinks on this map. Now, you would think it's going to spread us kind of thin, but in all actuality, I'll show you when we get on the map, but I'll just explain real quick. Half of these uplinks are down and unusable. Now, we can capture them just to have the advantage and, start the timer, but typically we're going to fight over these uplinks here, these 4, because these are the only active uplinks, and we're going to be able to call in off-map supports by securing these. And another reason why I love this map, you can secure the majority of the uplinks and push your front line without triggering DEFCON necessarily, because you don't control over half the uplinks, because we don't have to take these, we can leave these alone. We can protect our flank, but we don't have to actually capture these unless we need some command points. But I'll explain that a little more when we get in the mission. And now we can finally choose which units we choose to deploy at the beginning. And you see these units are reserve cards. Confirm your choice, then click. You can prefer deploying higher rank units or lower rank units. Now that's also important. When you start each mission, you can decide to deploy a rookie unit, or if you have higher upgraded units, you can deploy a higher unit. I prefer to deploy the rookies first because it allows my squad to upgrade more balanced. That way, if I lose a high rank unit and it gets killed off, I'm not sweating it too much because I have other units of similar rank. If you did it the other way, yeah, you would have super powerful units real soon and real early. But one, you may not have the upgrades to support that rank. And if that unit dies off, you're going to be stuck with a bunch of rookies. And the enemy is going to quickly outrank you with its other units. And you'll wonder why you're losing firefights where you clearly should be winning. So that's just something to take note of. For now, everybody's a rookie. He should have a bunch of rookies. Let's go. We're going to call in some engineers. And our command vehicle is probably going to be deployed every single battle. I like the command vehicle because it provides a consistent anti-air.
Devil Dog is go. Repeat, Devil Dog is go. Airlift inbound on DZ. All uplinks ID'd on radar.
Alright, this guy's anti-air, so we're going to call in our fastbacks to get the anti-air rolling. And we're going to move these guys to Alpha.
On the way.
And they're also going to help us bring these guys over to Alpha way quicker, because if they was to walk, it would take them a few minutes. But if they get in the fastbacks, it'll take them a few seconds. So that's also going to help us out. Then we'll send our fastbacks to the front line, because as you can see, these guys already have choppers out in the air harassing our units. So we can send our
Check
fastbacks
Central Quadrant. Eyes on Russian Army troops.
to go at them.
This is Tier. Fastbacks have traction.
And we're actually going to send our drones directly at these choppers early in the game to start wounding them at the very least.
Check Delta. We have secured it.
This is Danger.
Alright, y'all get over to Delta. You guys
This is Casino.
upgrade Delta to get us some
Check Northeast
airstrikes.
Quadrant.
Let's call in
Eyes
our
on
own choppers.
KA-65 Howler gunships. We have units inbound on DZ.
Alright, we got eyes on the gunships. Let's send some people to attack.
Day Tripper here. Holding that
Our
position.
drones should go attack those guys. Let's bring our choppers into Alpha. Our drones will chase these choppers down and get them off our infantry. They're going to pressure us a little bit.
Transports prepped to deploy.
Crime boss
Now I'm
here.
going to call
Holding in
in
position.
artillery. I want my artillery to get in position
East
fairly
quadrant.
early.
Eyes on Spetsnaz spares.
This is Tactical
And then
Air
I'll
Command.
call
Controls
in
authenticate, and we have a clear read of the battle space.
Riflemen. Artillery will help us win these frontline battles.
Enemy is taking damage.
Did we get the upgrade in? Yes, we did.
Oh, ready?
Please get inside the
This
fast
is Crime Boss.
the cabs.
That is a kill. Rogers, get aboard that ass.
All right, we hunting these choppers
This is
down.
Crime Boss. We're running smooth.
Good.
Hostile eliminated.
Oh, we took the choppers out. Great. So he stayed there fighting too long.
Spartans, ready to roll.
Oh, they got riflemen here early. Yeah, we're gonna have to get our artillery over here fast. I want our
Yes, sir.
artillery sitting right there on that
Check
basketball
Zulu.
court.
Hostiles have secured it.
Casino here. We're on board fastbacks.
Oh, so they blitz Foxtrot. All right, so let's get our fastbacks and have them drop our units off at the back of the uplink to protect them from these riflemen. We'll move our command vehicle. It's pretty good right here, actually. We'll put it here. Maybe it'll draw some fire from Foxtrot. Now they have more choppers coming in. We do want to seek those choppers out with our drones.
Transports ready to deliver reinforcements.
So you know what? Let's bring in some tanks first thing.
Units entering the battle space.
Then we're gonna go get an eye on these choppers, because we do want our drones attacking these choppers at all times.
Engage hostiles. Yes, sir.
Cover here. We're in position.
Yeah, these guys are taking damage from these riflemen, but we're gonna have to pepper them from here.
Hostiles in range. Opening fire.
Oh no, artillery, please get over here. I want you to have protection. I don't want you getting caught up.
Check Foxtrot. Uplink secured by hostiles.
All right, you guys secure Alpha.
Capture the uplink. Copy
You
that.
guys move here.
Motion, sir.
See, these riflemen are firing on
This is
our
Mulder.
command vehicles.
Scouts,
Please back
ready to
up.
roll.
You're taking too much damage. Oh, choppers are in danger. Oh man, our choppers are in trouble.
This is Casino. Grabbing this uplink, sir.
Let's move.
Check Unit 6. They're getting smashed.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go chase them down.
Copy.
Our choppers are in
Check
big
Central
trouble.
Quadrant. Eyes on Russian Army troops.
This is
We
crime.
left our
boss.
choppers out by
Holding in
the
position.
spawn by accident. For now, we can
We're
just
in
start
position.
peppering these dudes.
Won't let you down, sir.
Man, that was bad.
This
That
is
was
Cobra.
terrible.
All eagles showing green.
That was terrible. We're gonna have to get this kill to make up for that. Woo! Got our tanks out of there at least.
We got a kill, sir.
Check Alpha. Uplink is secure. We have multiple units ready to deploy.
Alright, we need some riflemen to help out with
Units
these other
entering
riflemen for
battle
sure.
space. Battle space deployment
Let's
is at
get
maximum.
our
Northwest
choppers
quadrant.
out of here.
Hostile destroyed.
Along with our fastbacks. We
Scoring
don't need
hits,
them over
sir.
here no more. Alright, they got the riflemen. We can't even pressure the riflemen with our tanks at the moment. We might
Check
airstrike
Central
them.
Quadrant. Eyes on BTR 112 IFVs.
There we go. This is why I needed my tanks
Cobra
in
here.
play.
In position.
Tanks are in play. We can move
This is
them out.
Airborne. Ghost deployed.
They don't have artillery yet, which is a great thing. Alright, our riflemen can get in position, go in that building. Get ready to take Foxtrot. We're gonna go hunt their transports down
This is Scorcher.
along with their riflemen. Yeah, we're gonna airstrike these riflemen.
Day tripper here. Holding that position. This is Smash Leader.
Even though they're in a building, we'll still do a decent amount of damage. And there we go. Now our dudes can move in.
Roger. On the move.
Check Lima.
Take
Uplink secured
Foxtrot.
by hostiles.
Yeah, we already had this known. We knew they was coming this way. Let's get our artillery firing.
Long arm. Won't let you down, sir.
We even got our engineers firing. We could airstrike them, but we don't need to. We have them under pressure. Let's just move our fastbacks back. We don't need to lose a
That is
cab
a
here.
kill.
They are taking a blunt of the damage. Great. And we're going to need their support for these choppers that's pulling up.
Hostile eliminated.
There we go. Let's move them back up. Alright, engineers can take this building down because we do have Alpha secure. Before they do
Eyes
that,
on
let's get another air
KA-65 Howler
support.
gunships.
And let's have our drones chase these guys.
Yes, sir. Engage.
Fastbacks can just get up front.
In motion, sir.
Yeah, they must have some infantry over there they're protecting. Let's take a quick peek.
Roger that.
Oh, we can't see. Not.
Copy. Moving.
We don't want to get ran up on by engineers, so we want to be
This is
careful.
Cobra. All eagles showing green.
When they finish upgrading Alpha for a backup uplink, we're
In
gonna
position.
take our unit
This
and
is
put them
Tech
in
Air.
one of these
Precision
buildings.
strikes available.
There we go. We got the backup air
Got it.
support. And the reason why I went for a backup air support because if they take this uplink out,
Eyes on Russian Army
Delta
troops.
somehow, we'll lose airstrikes, and they might send a rifleman all the way around to snatch that uplink. And I don't want to lose our airstrikes in the middle of a crucial battle. Please
Roger
get
here.
over here,
We're not having
please.
much effect, sir.
I need our drones to chase them down. Alright, our infantry is in position. Once our infantry get in position, we're actually going to move out.
Yes, sir.
For now, we'll pepper
This is
these
Long
guys,
Arm.
so we don't have to
Hostiles in
worry about
range.
it.
Opening fire.
The reason why I'm not in a rush to move just yet, I don't want to get our units, catch our units out of play.
This is Phantom.
I do want to move our artillery up to Foxtrot.
We've taken the building.
Well, actually, I'm not going to take Foxtrot. Nope, I'm going to run in this building for now.
Man, I'm always angry.
I think that's going to trigger DEFCON if I take Foxtrot.
Copy that.
I'm not necessarily trying to do that at the moment. I want to move our units up.
Roger here. We're not having much effect, sir.
Alright, you guys go to Foxtrot. You guys Over here.
Sir.
See what you see.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they got fastbacks. I see those fastbacks rolling in.
At them here. We're taking the building. This is Day Tripper. Holding that position.
Alright, good. Where's my drone attack?
Engage hostile. Yes, sir.
Oh, their infantry was standing there waiting on transport.
Windscreen's nice and clean, buddy. You really got your back into it. Roger that.
Roger. On the move.
Alright, now let's move our artillery right
Yes, sir.
here.
Moving.
And our command vehicle right here too.
Moving out. Let's do this thing.
We can have our chopper face off with his
Yes, sir.
chopper for a little
Engage.
while. And actually, we'll make our fastback
This is
chase.
Scorcher. Ready for orders.
Oh, no,
Eyes on
nope, nope.
Spetsnaz spares.
Cancel
That is a
that.
kill.
We're going to
Roger.
retreat.
Hold position.
We're definitely going to retreat. So we don't get our artillery caught out of position.
Roger.
We're going to
On
go
the
in for
move.
support.
Time to slaughter some crater heads.
Let's bring our tanks back
Roger,
over to this
moving.
main road, actually.
Yes,
got an
sir.
idea.
In transit.
The fastbacks are running.
Yeah, it's gonna go down today.
And their choppers are running too. Yeah, we won this battle
In
with the
position.
air. Yeah, let's have our tanks go park right here
Copy that.
for now.
Outbound.
And we'll have the fastbacks protect them while these guys get into position. They have a huge net over here to get protected
Eyes
by.
on BTR 112 IFVs.
We see them. We see them.
This is Day Tripper.
As soon as we get their shields down, we're gonna start artillery,
This is
like
Long
now,
Arm.
once they get into
Destination
position.
reached, sir.
Oh, they're actually in position.
Let's do this thing.
Alright, we can start peppering
Let you
and we
down,
can get an
sir.
airstrike going.
This is Smash Leader. Approaching target.
You guys, just keep driving. Please don't get a part of this
That
airstrike.
is a kill.
Incapacitated
Oh,
units are out of the fight
man.
and cannot
I
move.
killed my
I'll
tanks
order
by
cash back
accident.
automatically.
This is Rycar.
So you gotta watch it with friendly fire. I almost killed 2 separate
Motion,
units.
sir. This is Crime Boss. In position and holding.
I should have waited on that airstrike. They come in pretty fast. Oh man, I killed my tanks off. I'll call in a new set of tanks, get some more experience up.
Time to let the monster out.
And the skies are pretty clear
This is
from
Rycar.
choppers.
We are outbound.
So that was a complete misclick or accident. I should have waited. The reason why I didn't capture Foxtrot, I didn't want to trigger DEFCON. And they're bringing in tanks too.
Check
Yeah.
formation.
Choppers, let's go.
Yes, sir. In transit.
And we got our artillery up
East
too.
Quadrant.
Let's go.
Eyes on T-100 over tanks.
This is Rycar. We're heading home.
Let's call in our own tanks for now.
We have multiple units ready to deploy. We have units inbound on DZ. Battle space deployment is at maximum.
Over here.
Boys,
In
it's
position.
showtime.
Hold on, why didn't you guys attack the tanks?
This is Long Arm. All rollers
Oh, I
good to
sent
go.
them. That was a misclick. I didn't even send them to the right location.
They're feeling it.
Long Arm here. Hostiles are taking hit.
They already took 1/4 of their shield damage.
Over here. That is a kill. We're opening fire.
This is Deer. One scout. Ready to roll.
Now the reason why I'm not
Hostile destroyed.
attempting to, yeah, I wanted to go for the annihilation because I don't want to trigger DEFCON and force these enemies. Yeah, he already called in some reserves and start killing off our units. Because if we don't get any units KIA, we can get some upgrades and some level ups. So I'm gonna let him call in his units. We basically have his landing zone under fire, and we have great position on everything else, except our tank. Let's get our tank up on this road.
Yes, sir. In transit. All right.
East Quadrant. Eyes on Spetsnaz wolves.
Oh, rifleman, let's go. Pepper.
Yes, sir. Moving.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Yes, sir. Hold
Let's go get
position.
some vision. Artillery can't shoot at what
Yes,
other
sir.
units can't
Smash
shoot.
'em.
This is Long Arm. We're opening
We
Opening
can
fire.
probably get the easy annihilation
This is
here with
Cobra.
an airstrike.
Engaging hostiles.
We'll get the airstrike coming in.
Hostiles are taking damage.
This is long arm. Hostiles are taking hits.
That should be a KIA.
Approaching target.
Check each quadrant.
Yeah.
Hostile destroyed.
We can continue attacking too to get the
Cobra
kill.
here. We are engaging the enemy here.
That way, if we ever see
We've
this
won, sir.
commander
This one's in the
again,
bag. I
his
think it's the
riflemen will
last
be
of
slightly
vodka.
weaker.
The after action report, sir.
Now, the reason why I killed that unit off, now you don't have to kill off units, but it's best to, especially if you're going to have a long, drawn-out campaign, because just like you level up and rank up with your units, so do the other commanders that you face, and you'll face them later on in the campaign, and they'll have some powerful veteran units, and you'll wish you killed those guys earlier in the campaign when they were much weaker, so keep that in mind. Go over some details real quick. 2 units survived. 6 units got promoted. That is great. We actually got a B rank because I guess we nuked our own unit. We could have got an A if we didn't lose anything. Who else got injured? Let's see. Let's see some details. Oh, yeah. Crime Boss. Yeah, he got a lot of promos. He dropped like 2 different units. That was amazing. We got Casino, Day Tripper, Cobra, Long Arm, Scorcher. Yeah, everybody did their thing. We got a bunch of promos. What did we lose? I wonder why they act like we lost the rifleman. Oh, I guess he's the only one that didn't do anything. He didn't do enough to get promoted. And Stomper didn't get a promotion because, you know, he was a tank we called in last that didn't do anything. Scorcher got his promotion even though we nuked him by accident. Cobra did good scouting. Day Tripper did great. Air support. I think the stars of the show is Casino and obviously Crime Boss. We can look at the awards, mission results, mission support, and the funds that we got. Pretty simple. Now we can actually save a replay and go back and check that out. That's pretty dope. We got the famous quote, mission duration, and that's about it.
We're updating your strategic display now. Here's how things panned out over the past week.
Now
We didn't
wanna
mess
see how it
around on
turned
the
out.
home front.
See, we actually won a battle in Russia and we gained the foothold. The Europeans won their battle.
Vowing that the United States would defeat its enemies, President Becerra today reinstated the draft for all males aged 18 through 25.
Wow, something like that sounds very terrifying. But anyway, that was round 1 of World War III. We're going to get into round 2, turn 2 next time. We actually going to still have an opportunity to get a landing in Europe. We have a foothold in Russia. Now we're going to try to get a foothold in Europe and leave the United States completely safe. And this will be a great start to a new war campaign. With that being said, I appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for pulling up. It's your boy DB4, and I'm out.